This tutorial is about quality principles in language education. If you don't yet have a clear idea of what quality assurance is, please watch the first tutorial. In the second tutorial, we start with how the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages supports quality in language education. Then we present the quality principles that our CEFR Qualimatrix web tool uses. The matrix is a self-evaluation tool which helps to identify the strengths and weaknesses that our language learning program has. We conclude by giving some tips around what you may wish to do and read if you want to assure quality in your context. The CEFR describes how to learn, teach, and assess languages. We can also see it as a common European quality management tool for language education. Over the past 20 years that the CEFR has been used around the world, we can see that it has had a positive impact on teaching, curricula, testing, and teacher training. The CEFR brings us transparency, which means that different countries and different types of programs in the same country share common aims, so that we can, for example, describe skills and competencies needed for language learning in a way that we all recognize. The CEFR accomplishes coherence. There is a clear relationship between the curriculum objectives and the language teaching and assessment practices. As mentioned, the matrix is a web tool that you can use to check if your program, for example a curriculum or course plan, is functioning properly. The matrix is organized in 4 stages, which form the following continuous quality cycle. As you will see, this matrix cycle has been adapted from the original Deming cycle for this purpose. At the planning stage, you analyze the needs and plan your program. In classrooms, it could be a course plan, at the institutional level, a curriculum. Maybe you have to prioritize some aspects and assure that the plan is realistic. At the implementation stage, you put your plan into practice. You involve people, and you check whether your program functions as you intended. In the classroom context, this phase would be teaching. At institutional level, piloting a new course plan. At the evaluation stage, you gather feedback and evidence that tells you how the program is working. At the reflection stage, you analyze the results, reflect on what has gone well and less well. You may decide to adjust your approach, let's say the teaching method or the curriculum, and then the cycle starts again. This is how we achieve quality, step by step. There are common elements behind success stories in language education. We call these quality principles. Let us introduce these principles. Relevance. The product meets both learner and organizational needs. Validity. The tasks are from real-life situations and you use defined criteria for evaluation. Transparency. Everyone knows what the goal is and what they have achieved so far. Coherence. There's a balance between different methods and materials. Inclusiveness. You get people involved and ask partners to collaborate. Sustainability. You have decision-maker support for your initiative. You help people learn to learn. So how do you do all this? We recommend that you use the matrix tool and self-evaluate your program. If you need any help navigating the matrix, please watch our third tutorial. You can also familiarize yourself with the examples of good practices that we have collected. If you want to learn more about quality in language education, you can check our resources. Thank you for your attention.